Hey, thank you for tuning in to Yoga with Isabel. This is a 30-minute restorative-ish session for restful sleep. Please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Let's begin by coming to a comfortable seat. And be sure to be dressed comfortably. As you can see, I have my socks on. It's always nice to feel like warm and cozy during a nighttime session. All right, so comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. Make sure your sit bones are planted onto the mat so you can remove any cushion, any padding. You can sit on a blanket. And let's roll back our shoulders, lift our spine. And let's start with some neck rolls. So let's start by tucking your chin to chest and just making circles here with our neck, as we would usually do. And just notice if there's any tightness in a specific place. Maybe it's when you tilt your head back, what happens here? Do your shoulders want to go towards your ears? What about when your ears to the left shoulder? Is the right knee lifting up? Just making your circles here, staying in observance. And take a pause, just change the direction for a moment. Maybe you're moving a little slower through the sticky spots. Breathing fully through the nose, full inhales and full exhales. Come to stillness, have your chin to your chest, roll back your shoulders, lift your head, have your head underneath your heart, your skull underneath your heart. Roll back your shoulders here. Sticking with the neck rolls, we're gonna make this slower. So let's tuck your chin to chest, keep your spine lifted. Just let your head fall fully. Soften your knees. And let's just take about 4 to 5 breaths here. In through your nose and out through your nose. Release your jaw. You find yourself clenching, and furrow your brows if you find yourself furrowing. And on your next inhale, let's lift the crown of your head, have your scalp below your heart, and let's drop our ear to the right shoulder. From here, you're welcome to keep your left hand to your left knee or walk your left fingers away from you. My fingers are walking away from me on the mat. My right ear is heavy, my shoulders are rolled back. I'm just taking about 5 breaths here. Keep those eyes closed. Keep your heart underneath your pelvis. Lift your spine on your inhale. Exhale, maybe heavier ear. And if you had your left fingers away from you, you can walk them back in, resting your left hand to your thigh. And inhale, slowly bring the crown of your head back to center. Let's drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Roll back your shoulders here, your spine is lifted. Have your knees soft, soften what needs to be softened. Your gaze can be heavy. Your right hand can stay on your right thigh, or you can begin to walk your right fingers away from you on the mat, on the carpet, on the floor, wherever you are. Fingertips on the earth, rolling back your shoulders. Breathing here along your right side body. And we're here for about 4 to 5 breaths. Remember to soften the shoulders, soften your jaw. And begin to walk your hands in towards you, pressing the right hand back on its thigh. And inhale, bring the crown of your head back to center. And our exhale, let's tilt our head back all the way. Lift your chin up to the sky. Soften your shoulders, soften your knees, soften your jaw. And just let gravity do the work. Try not to round in your spine, keep your chest lifted. And we're here for about 4 to 5 breaths. Feel that nice extension through the front body. And on your next inhale, gently bring the crown of your head back underneath your heart. And flutter your eyes open, you have them closed. Lovely. And let's extend our legs out in front of us. Flex and point, roll around those ankles, roll around those wrists. Nice. If you have a lot of cracking like me, you're in good company. And change the direction. And let's come to stillness here. And we're just going to be on our knees for just a moment. You're going to bring your shins underneath you, sitting on your heels for just a moment. We're going to stretch out our lower body, just release whatever tension we were harboring throughout the day. On your inhale, let's reach your arms to the sky, lengthen through your waist. And exhale, trace your midline, bringing your hands to your hips. We'll step your right foot forward and have your right knee over your right ankle in a lunge. And make sure your tailbone is slightly tucked. You're allowing your hips to move towards the earth. Your shoulders are soft. And inhale, let's bring those arms to the sky. Reaching up, and exhale, softening your shoulders. Gently press into the top of your left foot to help your hips stay square. Bring your right hand to your right thigh and gently crescent to the right side. Side bend. Breathing here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring both arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to your hips. And step your right foot over to the right side. So make sure your heel bisects your knee. And you're just going to take that right knee over your right ankle. And just hang out here for a moment. Your right hip is moving back. Your knee is in line with your second toe. And inhale, you're going to open your arms here and take your right forearm to your thigh and sweep that left arm over your ear. Softening your shoulders. Bring your gaze to the sky. Your heart's going to move gently to the ceiling. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's come back up. Nice. Hands to your hips. And let's do the other side. You're going to step your left foot in front of you and have your left knee over your left ankle. Tucking in your pelvis slightly, you're sinking your hips towards the earth. Your knee is over your ankle. You're gently pressing into the top of your right foot to keep your hips square, to keep your hip bones pointing in the same direction, which is forward. And inhale, let's bring our arms up. Soften your shoulders. Pressing gently into that left big toe, left pinky toe. Root that heel to the mat. And bring your left hand to your thigh and gently crescent to the left side. And bring your gaze underneath your right arm. Breathing here. Soften your shoulders, unclench your jaw. 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's come up. And lower your hands to your hips. And step your left foot over to the left side. So your heel bisects that heel bisects your knee. And you're going to bring your left knee over your left ankle or toes. I'm just going to move my blocks out of the way, my tea out of the way. And you're holding it here in this side lunge. All right. And bring that left forearm to your left thigh and sweep the horizon with your right arm. Bring your heart gently to the sky. Bring your gaze to the ceiling. Shoulders away from your ears. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's come up. Nice. Hands to your hips. Let's bring your knees together. And let's sit on our heels here. Come over to one side. Take your legs out in front of you. And you're going to bend your knees and have your feet in front of you in a diamond pose. So the further out your feet are, the better. My feet are going to go off the mat. And only the outside of my feet are touching. My feet open up like a book. So just the pinky toe side touches and my big toes are opened up. I'm going to reach up to the sky here. And exhale, let's walk our hands out in front of us. And allow your head to feel heavy. Your chin can move to your chest. Your forearms can move towards the earth. Walk your fingertips a little bit more out in front of you, just so your body is inside of the space, flowing onto the space, into the space. Just allow yourself to feel heavy. Let gravity cast a blanket over you, blanket of warmth, of comfort, of protection. Breathing here for a few more breaths. 3 to 4. Try and resist that urge to lift your chin. All right, keep it tucked. I know we're here for a little bit longer than 3 to 4 breaths, but really resist that urge. Know that, remind yourself of your blanket of protection, of warmth, of comfort. And gently press into your fingertips, walking your hands in. Allow your head to be the last to lift. And have your feet a little bit apart, a little bit more than shoulder width. and have your feet flexed, your knees are bent, fingers are behind you. You're going to take your knees over to the right side in 90-90. So one shin is parallel to the short side of the mat, one shin is parallel to the long side of the mat. You're going to reach your arms up and gently walk your hands out in front of you. So some of us may be sinking a lot onto that right side. That is completely normal. Just try and press into the left foot, press into your left hand, breathing into your right outer hip and the inside of your left leg. Breathing here 4 to 5 breaths. I would recommend keeping the neck nice and long, chin slightly tucked. You're welcome to put a block underneath your third eye, your forehead, or books, or a can. Can would be a little uncomfortable. Maybe a can and a book and a blanket on top. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently press into your hands, walk your hands in. And let's take your toes back to the ceiling and over to the left side. So you're going to make some adjustments. That's fine. That's why you're here. One shin is parallel to the long side of the mat. The other shin is parallel to the short side of the mat. 90-90, 90 degrees between your knees, or L shapes. And inhale, reach up, gently press into that right leg. And exhale, walk your hands forward. Flex that right foot. Try not to sink on that left side. Press into your right hand. Let your spine be long. Your neck is your spine. And let's breathe here into that left outer hip, into the inside of that right leg for 4 to 5 breaths. Reminding ourselves of our blanket, our nice heavy blanket, a comforting blanket that keeps us warm, blanket of protection, your shield, reflecting off anything negative, knowing you're at the right place at the right time. Giving thanks for everything that has brought you here. All the circumstances in our life. And gently pressing into your hands, walk your hands in. And let's come back to our seat, coming back to center. And extend your legs. They can be as wide or as narrow, and always keep a nice bend in your knees. So if you have blocks, it's a good time to bring blocks underneath you. If you don't have blocks, that's fine. And we're gonna reach up, to the stars and ask gravity for our blanket back. And let's begin to walk our hands over us as gravity gently covers us with its blanket. A blanket of protection, of warmth, of comfort. Reminding ourselves that we are at the right place at the right time. Being grateful for all the circumstances that have brought us here that allow us to be here. Our bodies, the earth for its support, its guidance, its vibrations that have moved us throughout the day, about our day. Our body, our vessel that took us to point A, from point A to point B. Knowing that we're this whole entity, ourselves, the universe. One cannot exist without the other. And gently pressing into the earth, lifting your elbows, bringing your hands in. We're going to bend our knees and let's come onto our backs. We'll start with our feet on the floor, just feeling the mat support, the earth support. And extend that left leg out in front of you. Bring that right knee into your chest. Give it a nice hug. And take your right knee over to the left side. You're coming into a twist. Take the right arm to a T. Bring your gaze over your right arm. And the right knee doesn't have to touch the earth. Try and bring your shoulder to the earth. If you have any pain in your lower back, lift your right knee off the mat and bring your right shoulder to the earth. My left hand is on my right thigh. My right knee is high as my navel. And I'm just basking here. About 3 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, let's bring that right knee back to center, giving it a nice hug. And then hold the outside of that right foot. You're in a half happy baby. You're flexing your right foot gently. Your right knee is moving towards the earth. You have an L shape with that right leg. Your left hand is on your left hip. Just moving that right knee towards the earth. Taking that upper thigh bone into its socket. And gently release your foot. Extend your right leg and reach it towards your left. And let's bring our left knee into our chest. Give it a nice hug, a nice warm embrace. And take your left knee over to the right side. And left arm out to a T. Hold on to that left leg with your right arm. Gaze over your left side. Keep that right leg nice and long. You can always adjust yourself. Soften your shoulders. Let gravity just do its work. Another 2 breaths here. And on your next inhale, let's bring that left knee into your chest. Give it a nice hug. And then hold on to the outside of that left foot. Allow your left foot to point towards the earth, point towards the sky, parallel to the sky, right hand to right hip. And then just move that left knee towards the earth. Have your knee away from you. Have that left foot gently flexed. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that left leg up to the sky and let your left foot meet your right foot. Bend both knees and just lift your legs to the sky, both feet. You can come to cactus arms, arms beside you. And just hang out here for about 4 breaths or so. Coming to the end of our practice, the end of our sequence. Knowing that you are deserving of rest, deserving of peace, deserving of ease. And let's bend our knees, bring your knees to your chest. Give your legs a nice hug for all the hard work that they do, getting us out of bed and getting us back into bed. And we're going to extend our legs out in front of us. Just allow your body to feel heavy. You can have your hands to your belly or beside you. And just let gravity again cast its blanket over us. Feeling its weight over us. Feeling our weight onto the earth. Reminding ourselves of our being. Reminding ourselves of our place in the universe. That we're at the right place at the right time. Reminding ourselves of our protection, our blessings, all the circumstances that allow us to be here. The earth, our bodies. Again, reminding ourselves we're at the right place at the right time. Noticing the rise and the fall of the chest. Wiggling our fingers, wiggling our toes. Extending your arms back behind you, toes out in front of you. A little stretch. Let's roll over to our left side, our lunar side, curled up like a ball. Keep those eyes heavy. Keep those eyes closed, resting on your side. Let's gently press into your top hand. And let's come to a comfortable seat with heavy, closed eyes. Let's gently cover our eyes with our hands, with our fingertips. And gently begin to flutter your eyes open, bringing the light back in. Bring your hands to heart center, one hand in front of the other, reminding ourselves that we're deserving of rest, of peace, of ease, knowing and trusting that we are at the right place at the right time. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening, and I hope you have a lovely rest, a lovely sleep. Please like and subscribe.